Public Affairs programming on WQPT is brought to you by the Singh Group at Merrill Lynch, serving the wealth management needs of clients in the region for over 25 years.
A weighty decision. Why moving Rock Island County's recorder's office will be no easy nor inexpensive task. And a different way to farm, away from the ground, in the cities. The Rock Island County Board wants to tear down its more than a century-old courthouse. Many of the court offices will move into the new jail complex. But what about the people who are in charge of keeping the public record? All those deeds, transactions, all that paperwork dating back to the first days of Rock Island County. A simple solution has turned into confusion and the possibility for a costly fix. Joining us is Rock Island County Recorder Kelly Fisher. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Jim. I appreciate it.
We're talking about big books.
Big books,
And
yes.
what are in these big books?
It is the history of the land transactions in Rock Island County, dating back to 1835. They are, a lot of the books are handwritten. Back in the day, obviously, they didn't have typewriters, let alone computers, things like that. So you go from handwritten books to microfilmed documents onto the books. And so it's the history of Rock Island County property.
And these books, like you said, are big.
They're very big.
What, 22 pounds, 25 pounds?
An average of the smallest ones are 22 pounds. We have some old road plat books that weigh up to probably 64, 65 pounds.
And how many of these books do you have total?
We have approximately 2,500 books.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And
yes.
right now they're in the, I'm calling it the old courthouse for now, but right now they're in the courthouse property.
Correct.
Were you running out of space there?
No, we're not running out of space because we don't add to the books. The books, the amount of books that we have is what we're always going to have. The problem that my office is facing right now is with the construction of the new courthouse, annex, whatever, my office is not included in that move. So the county is looking to find a new home for me, basically. It would be nice if we could be within the other county offices in the county building, and typically what we're looking at is second floor. The problem with us being anywhere in that building is if my office and my staff, my customers, and the books, if we move my existing office to the county building, that building is not structurally sound for the books. So we need to find a way to either get a new facility that is structurally sound so we can move my entire office over, or we need to look at digitizing my books, which is an ideal opportunity to get this done right now. And then we can store the books in the basement, or we can be separated from the books somewhat.
Because let's be honest, the administrative building is just as old as the courthouse.
Absolutely.
It's almost the same, age, so I mean that's understandable.
Yes.
Let's talk about the two options. One is perhaps that your offices would be in place A and the books would be somewhere in place B. That's not optimum for you because?
I would like to keep them within the same building that I'm in, because we do have historical societies, members of the community that want to come in and they want to physically put their hands on those books, and they want to see the beautiful writing that used to be in them. They want to do their genealogy searches, things like that. So for a title company, they like the idea of fast, convenient. We're going to pull it up on the computer, get our search done, move on to the next one. But for the person that's coming in to look at their family history, they want to see that. They want to see those old books, and actually it gives them a part of their family history. And
the key also is that you want to have staff that's there. You'd have to have staff that's there that keeps an eye on people going through the books or can actually help people, navigate through it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The other option, though, then is to digitize all of these records.
Correct.
This is 2018.
Right.
You're probably saying, gosh, and I'm sure you probably budgeted it years ago, is that this should have been an ongoing process.
You know what, I have always budgeted for it, and I believe the previous recorder had too. I've always budgeted a certain amount. Typically that's what recorders' offices do. It's a project that all recorders' offices in the state of Illinois, and probably any state in the United States, they want all of their records digitized. The problem is county finances. That's what it always seems to kind of unfortunately go back to. I've always budgeted a certain amount, say $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 for the restoration of the books to start a project, and then every year we can build on that. When you get to the budget process, though, there's always a need to cut. So it's like, do you cut your staff, do you cut your essentials, or do you cut a project that you would love to have, but is not necessarily pressing for this budget year?
How is it in other counties? I mean, when you compare it to other counties?
About the same.
Rock Island size?
Right. A lot of counties have started the process. You know, they're they're within the process. So every county is going to be dated back to a different year. Our images in Rock Island County right now on our computer go back to 1992. So some counties are going to be further back. Some counties are going to be, you know, not even as far as we are. So you know, unfortunately, budget dictates almost everything.
How much would it cost to do that whole project in your estimation?
It's quite a sticker shock.
Yeah.
I have been in the process of working with our new county administrator literally within the last week, because we are under a time crunch also with trying to be out of the existing courthouse. So we're looking at a project of approximately $1.3 million, which does sound like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money. When you break it down to how it's actually going to benefit the county, once that money once that project is paid for, then it's actually a revenue generator for the county, because the people that use our services on the outside, I offer a product through Fiddler Technologies called Laredo and Tapestry. They're able to get access to our records 24/7, but they pay for that. So the more information they can get without coming into our office, then it's just going to be more beneficial to the county, to the people that use it, and to the taxpayers, because the bottom line is we're eventually going to start seeing the revenue come back in.
Well, because, I mean, a lot of people don't know what the recorder's office does.
Exactly.
And you're dealing with professional agencies and profit-oriented businesses.
Absolutely.
So tell me where the income is generated.
Okay, the income would be generated right now, as I stated, with the Laredo and Tapestry. Laredo is outside access to our records. We charge a subscription fee. Now, we have companies from California to New York and everywhere in between, a lot of local companies. We have about 35 to 40 companies right now. They pay to get our access. Right now, I do not pay for them to actually print. If they want to, you know, they can view our images.
Right.
But if I am able to offer them the entire history of Rock Island County, and they can print that off and use it for their purposes, then that is something that I can start charging for, whether it be 25 cents a print. Just to give you an idea, my vendor, Fiddler, they've been running some numbers for me. And one company in particular, and I believe they're based out of California, they printed 64,000 pages just this year. That would, if I charged them 25 cents a page, that's roughly $16,000 in a little over half a year that could go back into the general fund.
Now, they printed for Rock Island County records? Or
yes, because they're doing
them
titles.
Alone?
Yes, just Rock Island County records.
That's an amazing figure.
The title industry in the United States is incredible. It's huge. You don't realize it because the consumer only needs the title industry when they go to buy a house.
That's usually
and they
the
may
only
do that
time
one or two, three times in their lifetime. You know, just like my office, a lot of times people don't even need to come down to my office, and if they do, it's a little overwhelming. You know, because they don't really know what they're looking for, and you know, so it's used nationwide.
So your argument would be, let's spend the $1.3 million as fast as we can, because you have to do this before you have to leave the building. And how quickly do you think that money would be recouped? Because you believe that it could be a money-making proposition. Right.
There's a couple different answers to that. The company that I would be working with in conjunction with Fiddler Technologies is a company called US Imaging. They're currently they've worked with, I believe, like 665 counties throughout the United States. Right now, that company is working on a huge project in Harris, Texas, which I believe is one of the biggest counties in the United States. They're willing to pull people off of their project in Harris, Texas, bring them into my office. There would be 8 people working night and day, 24 hours a day, 2 shifts, 2 12-hour shifts. And they could capture those images on all the old books. They could make a quick capture of the image. They could do that in 2 weeks. They could, if this can be passed by the board, which I know it's been moving very quickly. So we want to make sure that we're doing it correctly also. So we're in touch with state's attorney and the county administrator, treasurer, auditor, everybody's involved on this. We're moving along very, very quickly, because if we can get that passed, they can be in mid-September and they can be out in 2 weeks.
And when do you have to get out of the courthouse, as far as you know? I mean, that's been a moving target as well.
It's a moving deadline. I think ideally they would like us out of there by probably November. So, but again, you know, it's all dependent. If this doesn't work, and it's a project that I am also starting to fund out of my own. I have what's called a recorder's document fund. We have a fee for every recording that comes into the office. That money is broke down into several different funds. The majority of it goes into the county general fund. My office also fully funds the GIS and zoning department. A lot of people don't know that. The smallest cut of our recording fee then goes back into a fund called the recorder's document fund. And that fund is strictly, the intent of that fund years ago was, and in the statute, is to keep up with the office, you know, modernize it as much as possible, whether it be computers. Well, this would be the ultimate modernization of my office.
Right.
And it's coming at a wonderful time. So I am able to contribute just on the onset $330,000 towards a project. So that brings it down to about $1 million. Still, it's a lot of money, and you know, and I know that the county coffers are short. But if we could get that funded through some mechanism or another, I think it would, again, you know, I can continue to start paying it back as I earn money in my document fund. But it's a matter of, you know, we need to split this up. You know, hopefully we can do it over a 5-year period. And then the company can continue to work on, you know, getting more. It's a process. You know, they capture the image and then they go back. They get about 85% good images the first time, then which is
really?
pretty good.
Okay.
And then they'll go back. The next step would they identify the 15% that didn't look so good.
And then individually.
And then they just kind of work it on down.
I was wondering how that worked.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's a process from beginning to end. It's going to be about probably, I'd say, 15 months. So right now, the biggest hurdle is the funding, obviously.
How's the likelihood of this?
Well,
you said you've been working with the county administrator.
It's been a whirlwind. Yeah, it's something that we're definitely working on. You know, I can't say. I literally checked my email before I came on the air with you, and we've still got some questions about the funding, but it's looking like it's definitely a possibility. So, working with Fiddler Technologies, they are able to, at this point, kind of be a go-between, and we can kind of fund it through them, and then so it makes it a little bit easier. We've been a good partner, and they've been a great partner for us for almost 30 years. So Fiddler, they're one of the best in the business, and they're really trying to help us because they're local. You know, they were in Moline. They just moved over to Davenport a few years ago,
right.
But they know that all they do are county land records, and they know they know the importance of them, and they also know, of course, the local Rock Island County and our budget issues. So they're really stepping up to the plate to try and help us.
Rock Island County Recorder Kelly Fisher, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Good to understand your office, what you do.
Thank you.
And the uphill battle that you have.
Absolutely.
As well.
We'll get it done, though.
Still ahead, farming. That's literally over your head. But first, Laura Adams is ready to help you enjoy everything the city offers you, your family, and your friends if you go out and about.
This is Out and About for August 13th through 19th. Hi, I'm Laura Adams. Spend the 18th paddling from one of 5 launch sites to Lake Potter in Sunset Park in Rock Island as a part of Floatzilla. Or catch the Quad City Symphony Riverfront Pops concert featuring the music of the Beach Boys in LeClaire Park. There's the New Windsor Fair Rodeo and Horse Show August 16th through 18th. The 6th annual Hampton Days takes place at the Hampton Heritage Center with a car show, music, and family fun on the 18th. East Moline hosts their Freedom Fest in the downtown area on the 18th with family fun for everyone. Or bring your 4-legged friend to Riverside Park for the Fur and Friends fundraiser on the 19th. There's a trivia night Friday the 17th at The Rock in Coal Valley to support the Youth Shooting Sports Association. Or join a trivia night supporting the programs of Friendly House at the Knights of Columbus in Davenport on the 17th. Grab a lawn chair for the Moline Center Summer Concert Series at Bass Street Landing with the Tailfins on the 16th. Mercado on 5th features La Sombra and celebrate the 80th birthday of Bob Ontiveros on the 17th. The Tony Award-winning musical Next Normal finishes its run at the Black Box Theater through the 18th, while the absolutely fabulous musical Mamma Mia continues on the Circa 21 stage. For more information, visit wqpt.org.
Thank you, Laura. Kevin Carton is the frontman for the pop rock group known as Minus Six. We caught up with him when he took the stage alone performing for us at Moline's Black Box Theater. That's where he played for us an original composition he calls Jump In.
Like ivy you have spread across the contours of my thoughts. That don't seem to be the only thing you're spreading. Oh child, I pushed you out of line against what I've been taught. Are you aware I'll join you there? Where are we heading? I savor the sweet flavor of your passion fruit red lips. Your great green fruit dove eyes have me paralyzed in a glance. Yeah, this tangle we're spinning has me grinning, giddy with each dip. Not a step off beat on a way my 2 feet could dance. Why not now? Feel it growing stronger. Hurts so good, can't take it any longer. I'm diving in, I don't care where you've been. The alignment of stars takes time matching hearts. One more time, can't stop from wanting this. Best believe even before you leave, you missed inch closer still. How you liking this thrill? Don't make me guess, you know I'm a yes. Like Huck said to Tom, why wait, I'm your fin. Jump in. I feel more. Never before have I heard such a roar. Moving your spirit, your storm makes it soar. Slapping the bass with the rhythm that kicks, feeling the vibe, get my fix. Keep on bumping, I wanna feel more. The music you score is me on the dance floor. Moving your spirit, the storm makes it soar. Slapping the strings, the keys in my heart, pounding so fast, tear me apart. Keep on bumping, I wanna feel more. Gaining speed, am I your favorite flower? Clutched upon your back, fly me away. I'll be your pupusa, mill me, fill me, grill me, and devour. Tell me what you're thinking, ma, you're looking mighty hungry today. Why not now? Feel it growing stronger. Hurts so good, can't take it any longer. I'm diving in, I don't care where you've been. The alignment of stars takes time matching hearts. One more time, can't stop from wanting this. Best believe even before you leave, you missed inch closer still. How you liking this thrill? Don't make me guess, you know I'm a yes. Trust me when I say the water's perfect to swim. Jump in. Your fingers take firm hold of my chin, and you pull me in as you touch your nose lightly to mine. Ignite my torch, babe, you fill me with air. Like a balloon, you make me float higher than moonshine, and I'm purring like a feline. Like Huck said, time away, I'm your fin. Trust me when I say the water's perfect to swim. After you know I'm already stripped to my skin. Jump in, feel it growing stronger. Can't take it any longer. I don't care where you've been, even before you leave, you're missed. Don't make me guess, you know I'm a yes. Can't stop from wanting this.
Kevin Carton with Jump In. You can hear him and his band -6 at Molene's River House from time to time, and they'll be playing at Rock Island Schwiebert Park next month. Well, it doesn't get much more local than this. Davenport's Hy-Vee has commissioned Friday's Fresh Market to install and maintain 2 8-tower grow walls. They're hydroponic vertical gardens. They sell the produce in the store. And Laura Adams caught up with the people behind the unique farm. It's Chen and Andrew Freitag.
Hi, I'm Laura Adams, and I'm here at Friday's Fresh Market, and we are going to show you what hydroponic vertical farming looks like. Come on inside. I'm here with Andrew and Chen Freitag, and they are the owners, operators, they are the entrepreneurs behind Friday's Fresh Market. And this is a hydroponic vertical farm, and I have to admit, it's something I've never seen before, not in person. I certainly looked it up on, Google, but this is really remarkable. Andrew, tell me, how is it that you got into this particular business?
Well, we're bringing farming indoors, and we're seeing that it's very beneficial to grow certain crops in here versus outside. I grew up as a farmer and work in the fields and working in the ag industry, and we could pinpoint the gaps in that method. And so by bringing it indoors, growing it with hydroponics, climate-controlled room, and LED lighting, we can really predict what we're going to grow and how much of it we're going to grow.
Now, Chen, you come from a background, you come from a big city, so you're not a farm girl.
No.
And you come from a background that was,
investment consulting?
Yes, investment consulting. So that's very different than following your husband into this business. What was it that made you want to do that?
Well, I think it's about really at a certain point, and you ask yourself, what you want to do and what makes you happy. So I think that's the driven power and behind all these, because I want to make an impact, and not just to in my personal life, but also the home I call it right now, and to myself, which is the Quad Cities, is I want to make an impact in the local area, that to help the local communities and people to live a healthy life and to be better, to feel better. Yeah, so that's the driven power.
Now, one of the things that I saw, because I wasn't sure how this all started, that you have these little pods that you put the seed in. Mm-hmm. And so what's the actual process from seed to actual tabletop?
There are 2 stages, and the first is we will call it propagation and germination stage, which is you plant a seed in a grow plug, which it takes them about 2 weeks to germinate the seed. And then the 3rd week, we transplant them. We transplant them into those NFT channels, and they stay there for anywhere 4 to 6 weeks, and then they turn into a full-grown head of lettuce. So.
Now, I was also noticing that, because you were saying that the water that runs through, that is the nutrients that these plants are getting, how do you decide what nutrients go with what vegetables?
We work with the experts in the industry, and it's a blend of 16 minerals and vitamins that we put in the water, it dilutes in the water, and then we just put a film of that water over the root zone of the plants. They drink it up, and they grow really well.
So what are some of the consumers saying about the flavor of what it is that you're producing?
Well, the flavor actually, it's just like unbelievable, because apparently that you have fresher greens, then they're gonna taste better. And also, we have some microgreens, and those microgreens and their flavor are just enormous. Because some might taste, like a radish, and some taste like lemony, and some even taste like spicy. So, just by blending different kind of flavors, and it just spice up people's daily salad or whatever they use them for, it's gonna bring them a completely different kind of experience when they consume the greens, instead of just a very plain and a very kind of a blend of a flavor they used to.
Now, I noticed that the lights in the container are red and blue. I mean, those LED lights. Are they different in this room? And why are they different?
We work with 5 different lights right now, and a little bit of it is our own research and development on what's working best for certain crops. But that's really what it comes down to. Which crop are we growing dictates the type of lighting that we're going to give them. Oh, okay. And the type of lighting we give them will give us, bigger yields, better color, and even the flavor.
So, what's next? What's the next step then?
Well, I think that our next step is to first popularize this because we want everybody to have the access to those fresh greens. And then hopefully that we can take this to the next level to scale it up. Because it's still a very small footage, like we have the next door shipping container in here. It's still, we can only serve a certain group of people that we cannot take on the whole region. However, we would like to. So the next step is for us to, serve more consumers. Hopefully we can build another farm, who knows, maybe or even a showcase piece, right?
Now, and the other thing I was thinking too is with LED lighting. Do you think that's why there's more of an inclination to start this kind of farming?
For the LEDs, that it's very consistent and the power, the strength is the same. And so we can really kind of be ensured of our yields and our production, or we'll be maintaining at a stable level versus, just like greenhouse or traditional farming.
It's been really exciting for a lot of reasons. One, we enjoy doing what we're doing. We're in here, it's hands-on, it's therapeutic to work with the plants. It gives us freedom throughout our day to do what we want, but it has a big impact on the economy and the global, what impact that we're having with this carbon footprint and just trying to build a better future for the kids. We use 90% less water in our operations than outdoor farming. We don't have the runoff. We don't have the evaporation. We use 50% less nutrients and fertilizers than outdoor farming. So there's already from day one a big impact. You take all the trucking out of the situation as well, and the storage and all of that effort and energy that it takes to support the traditional farming method. We're seeing a drastic improvement because of just bringing it indoors. And it's climate controlled. We have very, very accurate control over every element that's in this room. And we can predict what our yields are going to be and how much we're going to have to offer. And so it's a much better business model, which gives us reassurance and just kind of lets us focus on the funner part of the business, and that's growing the vegetables.
Thank you, Laura. Laura Adams with Chen and Andrew Freitag of Friday's Fresh Market. WQPT is doing its part to support the military men and women in the cities who are serving our nation. We call it Embracing the Military. It's called Living History. World War II is coming to the riverfront. On August 30th, the only fully operational landing ship tank from that war will dock at the Isle Casino Hotel Marina in Bettendorf. And World War II veterans can tour it for free. Tours for the public will be held each day. The ship is here through September 3rd. The LST 325 has been restored to its original condition. As a matter of fact, get this, 10,000 people toured the ship when it was last in the cities 10 years ago. On the air, on the radio, and on the web, plus on your mobile device. Thanks for taking some time to join us as we talk about the issues on the cities.
Public Affairs programming on WQPT is brought to you by the Sing Group at Merrill Lynch, serving the wealth management needs of clients in the region for over 25 years.